Okay, we're going to take a look at angles. So we have been working on two different types of angles. So I'm just going to draw real quick a couple things. So first thing I'm going to draw is a 90-degree angle. 90-degree angle. We recognize that this is a 90-degree angle. Use that sign there, 90 degrees. And it's also a right angle. Now, we know that there are one type of angles that are called complementary. Okay, complementary angles are angles that make up 90 degrees. And if you know one of them, you know the other. So the example that we used in class was if I take this 90-degree angle and I make a 30-degree angle within it, we know this is 30 degrees, so that means this angle has to be 60 degrees. And that's because 30 plus something equals 90. So we know this, okay? Now, the other way you can represent complementary angles is in a right triangle. So if I make a right triangle, which is a right angle, and let's see. Okay, so we know this is 90 because it's a right triangle. So these angles are complementary. These angles will add up to 90. Now, I'm going to measure one of them. So I'm putting my dot here. Now I just freehand drew this, so it looks to be right about 43 degrees. So I'm not going to use the larger number because that would be an obtuse. This is definitely an acute angle, so it's going to be 43 degrees. I don't need to measure this one because I know that 43 plus something has to equal 90. So if I just do 90 minus 43, solve for the missing number, then I know that this angle would have to be 47. And I'm going to check it. I'm going to rotate my paper around and I'm going to check just to make sure I did this correctly. And yes, as you can see, it's just under 50, 47. Okay, and we can check it and make sure that 47 plus 43 equals 90, and it does. Okay, so complementary angles. Now, supplementary angles are very similar, but instead of 90 degrees, they make 180. So if I draw a line, straight line, this is a straight angle. Yes, there is such a thing as a straight angle, or we can just say it's a line, and that would total 180 degrees. Now, supplementary are two angles that total 180 degrees. Okay, so the protractor itself is made up of all supplementary angles. Every one of these pairs, 70, 110, 60, 120, 50, and 130, 180, these are pairs of supplementary angles. So I'm just going to draw one. I'm going to draw a 60-degree angle. There's my 60-degree angle right here. This is 60. I know the other angle is the other side of 60. What's the number right above it? 120. So I know this angle is 120 degrees. That's because both of these angles have to sum 180. Okay, so supplementary angles. And they are the easiest, in my opinion, because you're looking at a protractor. All of these are supplemental angles. The top, the acute, and the obtuse. The acute and the obtuse, they're a pair. So we have an acute and we have an obtuse. And we also know 90-degree angles are supplementary, because if I have two 90-degree angles, there's my two 90-degree angles, right? There's a 90-degree angle, here's a 90-degree angle. 90 plus 90 equals 180, or a straight line. So these two are supplementary angles. Now, we learned a little bit about adjacent and adjacent and vertical, and we'll talk about those in the next video.